instead of instead of thinking of pressure and all. So we should able to enjoy our childhood. But what is happening these days, we are unable to, our child is unable to enjoy their childhood. We have locked them in a four walls, and we have sending them in a top notch schools and with a competitive world and all. In a small age, in a tiny age, they are feeling lot of stress and pressure of succeed. Like as parents, what we do, we compare our child with somebody else. We forget that every child is unique, and we will forget that our child is special, and he also have some capabilities and all. But by comparing with the other child, we will put a lot of pressure on the child. So sometimes they are unable to cope up all these things, that sometimes they are unable to handle a very small. So all these kinds of the higher risk factors. Next, doubt about one's capability. Like if you start comparing always a child to other child, and somewhere in other the child also start doubting about his capability. Okay, I'm not worthy, I'm not able to do it, I'm not able to somebody is good at mathematics and somebody is good at music. If he is not good at mathematics, it does not mean that he is failure, he's nowhere to go, and he is a waste piece in the society. It's not like that. But what we do, we always compare, and we create indirectly, and we create rivalry in the siblings unknowingly. We create rivalry among the same age group students, same age group child. And all this process, the child start doubting about his capability, so which leads to higher rate of risk of suicides. Next, this is disappointment with one's own performance, because we always do as elders for our mistakes. The child is, we forget that how child is taking pressure, how child is able to think and all. See, he started having disappointment about his performance. Okay, I'm not able to do it, I'm not able to get good marks, good rank. See, all the students cannot place in a first rank. So this kind of disappointments will be there with the child with their own performance. So as we elders, we need to identify. Okay, at least for elders, for us, we have lot of responsibilities to do, and we need to manage our job and personal life. We need to balance between. Okay, our story is different, but why child has to think about it, why child has to talk about ending of his life. We, as they have, their job is just to enjoy, their job is to there is no pressure, there is no stress, just need to they need to enjoy and they need to study. They don't have any responsibilities, right? But in a very small age, our children are thinking like this. In some extent it is okay, but if it is going beyond the control, so the risk is high. So as a parents, as elders, we need to monitor their feelings, and their feelings has to be respected. And we have to listen if they are talking. If they are facing any problem, child will come and they are trying to tell us. So instead of ignoring them, ignoring their words and all, we need to spend some time with them. We need to talk to them, we need to listen to them, so that we can avoid the risk. Okay, so child is okay. So the risk factors in elderly, like so elderly people, by deteriorate, this age is deteriorating, so that the physical health with aging. So the physical health will affect as the age grows. The physical age challenging medical problems will come. For example, rheumatoid arthritis, chronic diseases, all these are the factors. And lack of financial stability of following retirement works and all. Next, experiencing many stressful events like financial loss, death of people of their age. If they listen any deaths in the family or any deaths in the same age group, they might start thinking about it, and it could be the more risk. Next, when children get married and settle in their own life, elderly parents leads to isolated lives with a sense of empty home. And not only getting married, now we can see so many empty nest, so many, our so many children, they are settling down in abroad, and they're separating with the family. And even though if there is some need, the parent needs some kind of need, at least a call a day, at least one time a talk and all. It's maybe it's not happening. So they feel isolated, they feel alone, and they feel like helpless. So this could be the higher risk factor. Due to physical inactivity, and there is no money earning, and feel like burden, they, if they're living with a family and all, if then they feel like they're dependent. And because of our like medical bills, medications, and health problems, and they need to serve them. If they have any problem, physical problems, they need to take care of them. By thinking all these things, the way they, they treat them, their children and all, they feel like maybe they are the burden to the family. So this kind of thinking also leads, it's one of the major risk factor in the elders. And the last one is the mental illness, the depression, anxiety, poor memory, and also leads, one of the risk factor in the elderly. So all these things in children and in elderly, the risk factors. So whenever there are somebody with some problem, so we need to make them understand that they deserve to live, and we should make sure that they are not alone. And they are not alone. You are there, we need to give that kind of support to them. Yes, I have done with my presentations, everybody. If you have any questions, you can talk to me on this, or we can deeply discuss about the things.